The results show clearly that prevention's better than cure, so I would be advocating that from the outset. As Mark has mentioned, monitoring the weather, and Peter mentioned about indicator greens, that which greens are going to be affected first. You don't want to wait until the disease is present on your indicator greens, because then you'll be going into the realms of curative applications. But be mindful that at the very first sight of any stress or disease on those indicator greens, that your other greens aren't going to be that far behind. So, prevention definitely rather than cure. I think Mark's covered it by talking about all the cultural and biological practices need to be need to be appropriate and in place before you resort to the use of pesticides. So ultimately what we want to do is produce a healthy plant that's robust and able to tolerate stresses, and some stresses we can mitigate against. So abiotic stresses, so dry weather, intense sunlight, lack of nutrition, all these things can be accounted for. The biotic stresses, so living things like pests and disease, aren't as easy to control. So you can have things like chafer grubs or leather jackets that feed on the root system, stress the grass plant out, and then coming into the autumn months, you've got this stressed grass plant, which then becomes more susceptible to disease. So, countering those certain biotic stresses is more difficult to achieve, but certainly if using the correct cultural and biological methods, and it will vary from site to site because you've got different soil types, different grass types. It could be a parkland course, could be a moorland course, a links course. These all have different factors that will have different effects on the grass plant and the health of the grass plant. So yes, certainly getting all of those processes in place so that you arrive in September with the healthiest grass plant as possible, so it's better able to withstand, tolerate, and react to the diseases that it may be subjected to.